autumn day, so I thought it would be nice to take you along with me and vlog the day together. I have a few fun autumn things up my sleeve today, but really it's just a casual, cozy autumn day, so I thought it would be nice to spend it with you. The first thing that I want to do today is bake some pumpkin bread. Last week when I was at Trader Joe's, I bought some of the Trader Joe's pumpkin bread mix, and I love that pumpkin bread mix. I think it comes out so yummy every time. So I want to make that and have a nice little treat this morning. And I just love starting my days off with baking. I feel like it's such like my happy activity and puts me in such a cozy little mindset. So I'm excited to do that with you this morning. And then I also would love to get my nails done. I haven't gotten my nails done since, I think I got my nails done in August, and then I haven't gotten a pedicure since like the summer. So I really want to treat myself today and get some fun autumn nails. Also, the main reason I want to get fun autumn nails is we're going on a trip tomorrow. Me and Wesley are leaving for Washington, D.C. tomorrow. He is running the Army 10-mile race, which if you aren't like around the military or you've never heard of that, I hadn't heard of it until Wesley got chosen for the team, but it's a really cool race where every Army base sends a team of their 8 fastest runners, and then they compete in a 10-mile run through Washington, D.C. And since it's only 10 miles, not even a marathon, these guys are like booking it. It's so impressive. And Fort Carson has won the past few years. So Wesley was chosen for the Fort Carson team, and it's such a cool honor. And so I'm excited to get to go and support him. And hopefully he does really well, and we just get to enjoy a little trip to Washington, D.C. together. We also haven't been on like a fun vacationing trip since our honeymoon last May, so May 2023, and I think it'll just be really nice to stay at a hotel and explore a new city. So anyway, more to come about that because I'm going to be vlogging our trip, so make sure to stay tuned for that little Washington DC travel vlog. But I would love to have fall nails for our little trip, so they're looking fairly rough right now. Just remnants of my little white sparkle nails. So we're due for a little autumn nail polish, and I think I want to get like maybe a plum kind of color, plum cherry, sort of autumny red color. I don't know, I'm excited. I'm leaning towards the plum direction. So I'll take you along with me for that cozy little autumn nail day. And then also after we get our nails done, I want to pop into some fun autumn shops around there. We moved to Colorado Springs where Fort Carson is, if you don't know, in June, and I feel like when I move to a new place, it really takes me a while to kind of like find all the little places and things that I like to do. Like normally you wouldn't really think twice about where you go to get your nails done or where you go to get your groceries, but when you move to a new place, it really takes time to find those like random little places again. So when we first moved here, I had a couple of kind of nightmare experiences with nail salons closer to Fort Carson, and it was really bad, and I'm not even one to get like crazy nails. So I found this nail salon that's about like 25 minutes away, and I've been there a couple times now, and it's really great. Very cozy, very clean. And it's a little bit of a drive, but it's honestly worth it because it's in the same little shopping mall as like Anthropologie and Pottery Barn and Aerie and Sephora. So it's always fun to kind of like make a trip of it and go get my nails done and then pop into some of the shops I love. And I haven't been in there since they've put out their kind of like Halloween autumn things. I've been in to see their autumn stuff, but I feel like places will have amped it up now that it's October. So I want to pop into those places again and just see what we see. And then also on the way to the nail salon is one of my favorite little coffee like drive-throughs. It's called 7 Brew, and it started in Bentonville, Arkansas, where I grew up, and I remember going there all through high school and like when I'd be home during college with my family, and it's just like a fun little nostalgic coffee shop. So when I learned they had one in Colorado Springs, I was so excited, and it's a little bit of a drive, so I don't go there super often, but whenever I go to that part of town to go to those shops or get my nails done, it's always a really like special little place to stop and get a treat coffee. So I thought that would be nice to do with you today. Sorry if you can hear Bo, he's chewing his bone. And then later on this evening, we have a fun event with Wesley's Army Battalion. They're doing a little trunk or treat event at their headquarters for their battalion, and I think it will be really sweet. I really appreciate when the Army does things like this for families, and I thought it would be kind of a nice thing to share with you. I don't know how much I'll be able to film because obviously there will be little kids running all around, but if there's good moments where I can kind of show you little bits and pieces and give a glimpse into the military family life, then I would love to get to share that with you because it's such a big part of my heart, and I feel like it's something that not a lot of people know much about. And if you are another military spouse, I feel like there's not a lot of other places of encouragement about those things on the internet that are like positive. So I would love to just get to share the positive, sweet elements of that with y'all. Just feels like a very cozy autumnal day today, and I thought it would be nice to vlog and just enjoy the cozy October Halloween kind of vibes with y'all. Also, if we have a second today, I would love to go for a little walk and show y'all some of the trees around the neighborhood because there are quite a few aspens in our neighborhood and they're all changing to this beautiful bright yellow color. So that's been really fun to see and just giving me more of the autumn spirit that I love. I'm wearing this really fun white dress today. It's from the Doe and Gap collaboration, and it just has so many pretty little details like ruffles and these little eyelet moments. I just love it, and I also love any dress that has like ruching. So yeah, a Gap Doe collab is honestly my dream collaboration because I love Doe clothes so much, and the brand is just so beautiful, but all of their dresses and clothes are just so expensive and just not super realistic to purchase, but Gap is a lot more affordable, and so I feel like that's a really cool collaboration that they did to make the kind of Doe look a little bit more affordable for people. So I recently got this and I love it a lot. I know I'm wearing white after Labor Day, but I kind of like a white winter autumnal moment. I don't really put white away after Labor Day. Sorry, that's maybe controversial, but I think white can be cute in autumn and winter. So I'm really excited to have this, and it's a little bit warmer today, but I think we're supposed to get a cold front soon. It gets really cold in the evening, so definitely for the trunk or treat, I will have a jean jacket on. But yeah, it's just a nice little dress to feel put together and cute today on this little autumn day. But I think that's everything I was going to share with you, so let's get into some baking and enjoying our little autumn day together. I'm so happy you're here with me. I almost forgot, I was also going to tell y'all that I've been really enjoying that Anderson Farm pumpkin spice syrup that I got when we went to the pumpkin patch, and so I made a little cozy pumpkin latte to have while we are doing our baking. I've been really enjoying making my lattes. I've showed you in the past couple of videos. In these little like to-go cups, I have this pink Yeti one, and then I also have a like cream colored Stanley one. But I like them for iced lattes a lot because they keep the ice from melting, and so I feel like I get to enjoy the iced latte for longer, and I'm a very slow sipper when it comes to my coffee, so this has been really nice to have. And of course I paired it with one of my little flower straws, glass flower straws that I love. So I just wanted to tell y'all I'm really enjoying that syrup so much, and I'm almost out of it, so I want to try and make my version of a pumpkin spice syrup soon, so stay tuned for that. Maybe after DC we can get creative and try to make my own pumpkin spice syrup. I linked this cup and straw on my Amazon storefront if you're interested. I really enjoyed these kinds of things for my morning coffee. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you, but let's start baking. Okay, it's time to bake. I'm really excited. I haven't made this Trader Joe's pumpkin bread mix yet this year, so it's one of my favorite things to bake. And as always, y'all know I kind of like to spruce up the box mix mixes that I get. So we're gonna start with the base of the Trader Joe's pumpkin bread mix. Just this one that you can find easily at the store. It's their classic pumpkin bread and muffin mix. I mentioned this a few videos ago, but I have been really leaning towards box mixes recently, ever since we moved to the mountains, because we are in such high altitude here, and I didn't realize how truly different baking would be in high altitude, but you really have to adjust your measurements quite a bit. So if you are in high altitude like me, make sure to follow the high altitude instructions on this, but this one is just to add 2 tablespoons more of water to the ingredients, so nothing too crazy here. But I just wanted to mention that because that's been a funny element of moving here for me, is having to learn how to bake a little bit differently. I'm also going to put on my apron, I think, because I don't want to get this sweet little white dress dirty, so 1 second. I love this little apron. I got it off of Amazon as well, and it's also linked in my storefront, but it is so cozy. It kind of looks like a little dress, and it has little pockets, so I just really love it. It's so cute, and y'all know I love this little green color. It matches my KitchenAid, so it feels right for my little baking apron. I mention this every time I bake, I feel like, but I'm going to use my KitchenAid to bake this pumpkin bread, but you really don't need to have a KitchenAid to do it, so you could totally do it by hand, but I'm going to use the paddle attachment from my KitchenAid. So to start, I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and then I'm going to make this into a pumpkin bread loaf, but you could totally do muffins, you could do cupcakes. I'm going to do it in this little loaf pan, so let's go ahead and butter this and get it ready for the oven. I'm just going to use this Pam Perfect Release baking spray because it's made with flour, and so I think it works really well for things like cakes and breads because it's basically like buttering and flouring your dish. So you could totally just do butter and flour, but this makes it really easy for me. Okay, there we go. Our dish is all greased and ready to go for when we're gonna bake it. Okay, so we're gonna start by adding our wet ingredients right into the bowl of the stand mixer. So I'm just gonna follow the directions on the package and then add in a few extra things to make it extra good. So first you just need a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. And then 2 large eggs. And then 1 cup of water, and since I'm in high altitude, I'm also going to add in 2 extra tablespoons of water, but you don't have to do that if you're not in high altitude. Okay, so that's where the wet ingredients kind of stops on the box, but I'm also going to add in 1/2 can of pumpkin puree because I have an extra 1/2 can that I didn't use from a different recipe just sitting around, and I would love to give it some extra pumpkin flavor, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the wet mixture we have going. I also love adding extra pumpkin puree to a pumpkin bread recipe because I feel like it makes it kind of extra moist and delicious. And then I'm sure y'all won't be surprised by this, but I'm also going to add in some vanilla bean paste because that always makes anything I bake extra delicious. Why not add it to this recipe as well? So I'm going to go ahead and add it here with the wet mixture just so that it can all get nice and incorporated before we add in the dry ingredients. I just measure with my heart when it comes to vanilla bean paste. The more the merrier for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that on the stand mixer and get it all combined so that we can add in the dry ingredients. Okay, our wet mixture is looking nice and combined, so it's time to add in the dry ingredients, which is super simple thanks to the Trader Joe's mix. So I'm just gonna add in this mix, which smells amazing and very spice forward. And then I'm also gonna add in just an extra little sprinkle of pumpkin pie spice just to make sure that those spices are coming through. I always love my pumpkin bread to really have that like spicy pumpkin flavor. I would say this is about a teaspoon more of pumpkin pie spice. And now we can go ahead and combine this. Wow, that is so delicious and decadent. I'm really enjoying it. I think that adding the additional pumpkin puree made it a little bit more spongy than bread-like, but it's so delicious and just like the perfect autumn treat. I'm really enjoying this. I want to eat this all up. I ended up baking it for about an hour and 10 minutes, I would say. So it took a little bit longer, partially because of being in the elevation, I think, but then also partially because of the extra pumpkin puree I added. So I really love it. It's delicious. Such a simple little fall treat, and it was such a nice way to start our morning. Something kind of fun that I wanted to show y'all. I love Martha Stewart, which you might not be surprised by. She is just so wonderful to me. Like, I love all of her recipes and just her brand of like home decor, seasonal celebrations, and then all of her recipes. I just think I love her brand and it's so beautiful to me. And I grew up always watching the Martha Stewart show. My mom would always have it on, and I feel like every day when I came home from school we would sit and watch Martha Stewart together. And obviously it's not like on air in the same way that it used to be, but you can watch all of the old episodes on her YouTube channel, and I feel like maybe not a lot of people know about that. She has like these combinations of like seasonal videos, so you can do like all of Martha's pie recipes, or all of her pumpkin recipes, or her fall pumpkin spice recipes, fall cocktails, Halloween recipes. Like, seriously, there's something for every season. On YouTube they compile all the episodes into one really long video, so they're like an hour to an hour and a half long. So anyway, I'll just press play on one of those, and since they're so long, you can kind of have them on in the background throughout the day. So while I'm baking or while I'm working on my computer, I love to have on Martha Stewart in the background, and it's just so cozy and comforting to watch. So I think I'm gonna put on her Pies and Tarts episode for today while I'm just baking and working on my computer. So I think that will be cozy.
Pumpkin is one of those flavors that signals the start of the holiday season. And I love the sweet and spicy blend of a classic pumpkin pie. And this one, that I'm going to show you how to make, has an unexpected twist or two.
Something fun that I wanted to show y'all, I added this little corner to our house since my autumn decorating our home video, and so I thought I would just show y'all what I put up because it's pretty simple but really cute. The item that I'm most excited about is this lamp. I got this off of Amazon. I replaced it with a different pleated lampshade than the one it comes with because I had used the pleated lampshade that it comes with on other lamps around our house, but I love this sconce. It is not a sconce that you have to hardwire, it just plugs into the wall. So it's great if you live in a rental or if you move around a lot like me. And I of course tied one of our brown ribbons on it for autumn. But I just think it's so pretty, and I also love about these sconces that they're dimmable, so you can like make it as bright or low as you want it to be. So I just love that. I think it has made this hallway feel so much prettier and brighter. I just put this little antique mirror that I've had for a really long time, this little glass pumpkin that is pretty old from Hobby Lobby, but I kind of think they still sell it. And then another one of these oval little wedding pictures. And then I put this little Halloween painting. I did this last year when there was that trend going around of like going to Goodwill or Hobby Lobby and picking out a painting and then adding Halloween spooky things on top of it. So my friend and I in Georgia did this last year, and it's not the most amazing artistry you've ever seen, but it's still fun to put out. So I added like all of the autumn leaves and the bats and the moon and pumpkins and ghosts. So it's simple, but I just think it's a fun thing to put out again. And then this, I'll leave this here year round, but this is like one of my most prized possessions. It's actually my wedding bouquet, and it's pressed into a dried floral arrangement so that we can save it forever and always remember how special it was. But yeah, I just love it so much. One of my favorite things about this is, I've mentioned this before, but my favorite flower is Lily of the Valley, and I requested it for my wedding bouquet. I wasn't sure if they were going to be able to make it work, but the florist did everything they could to find Lily of the Valley for my wedding bouquet, and it was kind of sprinkled throughout. So the woman who dried and pressed my flower arrangement saved the little lilies of the valley, and you can see them just dried in there throughout. So I just think that's so special. And then there's all the sweet peas and the peonies. I just love it a lot. So I like to keep it out of the sunlight so that the colors can stay vibrant. So I put it in this hallway, and I think it's a really cute spot for it. So anyway, I just wanted to show you all that little addition to our house. To show y'all this salad that I made, because I actually made this for dinner for me and Wesley last night, and it ended up being one of my favorite meals I've ever made for us. So I'm planning to type up an actual recipe and share it with y'all in my next video, not the DC vlog, but hopefully the video after that. So but it's just a little fall salad. I made these homemade turkey burgers, which are so delicious, and then I also roasted some butternut squash, and that turned out so yummy. And then it just has lots of good veggies and lemon, and it's so yummy. So I'm gonna type up the recipe and share it with y'all soon, but I can't wait to have this little yummy lunch. Okay, we're in the car ready to head out for our autumn errands, and I'm excited. We're gonna first stop at 7 Brew, like I said, and grab a cozy little autumn coffee to take with us to the nail salon and on our fun other errands, and then yeah, head to the nail salon and Pottery Barn and Anthropology. It's all kind of together, so we're gonna head to that part of town and just see what we can find. For the drive, I think I'm gonna listen to the I think I'm gonna listen to That's the Point podcast. If you also love that podcast, let me know. It's such a cozy one. It's like Kristen Johns and John Volk's podcast. So I feel like my main podcast I listen to is either That's the Point or The Toast. But I think I'm gonna catch up on That's the Point because I have a few episodes I haven't listened to, and I think it would be fun to listen to one of those because they're always so cozy. So I haven't listened to their most recent Our Shocking Stories episode. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. But yeah, I'm going to start the journey, and I'll see you when we get to 7 Brew. Okay, I got my 7 Brew, and a really fun thing, it was actually free. I had saved up enough like stamps from coming here, so I got my free drink, which is so cozy, and I'm going to take my first try. Oh my gosh, it honestly just tastes like home to me. Like, I know that might be silly, but I just got this drink so much in high school and college with my friends and my parents and my brother and Wesley even too, so it's just a very nostalgic tasting coffee, and 7 Brew coffee is very like specific flavors to me. Something I love about them is that they do like pretty big coffees, but they do so much ice, and I always ask for extra ice when I go get a coffee somewhere, so I love that I don't have to even ask at 7 Brew, like we're just on the same page. So that's really nice. And then I get the Smooth 7, so if you have one near you, I love an iced Smooth 7, and it's so delicious. Perfect drink for our little outing. They did have fall specials, but I just love this drink, and it's so like cozy and nostalgic to me, so I just got my favorite. But yeah, very delicious. So now let's start our journey to the nail salon. Okay, we have made it to the nail salon, and I hope it's not too crowded because it's looking a little bit crowded in the parking lot, but we'll see. If it is on a wait, we can walk into the stores before and just make the most of our time here. But before I go in, I wanted to show y'all, I found this picture on Pinterest. I don't know if you can see the color very well, but I've been looking on Pinterest, and I think that I want to go for like a dark cherry / plum color. Honestly, maybe like similar to my lip color. I don't know, just like a not totally dark purple, but like a darker, moody kind of plum cherry color. So we'll see what we can find. Part of me was thinking about doing a chrome on top of it because I've seen that on Pinterest as well, and it looks really pretty, but I've had weird experiences with trying to get chrome at the nail salon, so I don't know, maybe we'll just stick to a good old plum cherry color, and I think I'm gonna get matching on my toes as well, which will be fun and autumnal. So that's my plan, but I'm gonna run into the nail salon, see what the wait looks like, and if they're on a wait, we can walk into some stores. If not, we'll pop into the stores afterwards. And I'm gonna take my cozy little coffee and my sweater and just enjoy sitting in the nail salon. I normally love to look on Pinterest while I'm sitting in the chair, especially like during my pedicure, just because it's like kind of a cozy, stress-free thing to look at, and just gets me, I don't know, feeling creative and inspired. So I think that that's my plan. So I'll go in and keep y'all updated with how my nails turn out. We are back from all of our little errands, running in and out of different stores. This has been such a sweet and just like refreshing day. I had a great experience in the nail salon, got these really cute like plum cherry kind of nails, but I love how they turned out. I think they're really pretty and very autumnal, so that was really nice, and it was just so relaxing to get my nails done. The people were so kind in there, so great experience. It felt very just restful and really nice, and they had the Hallmark channel on, which they're doing like Thanksgiving-y, somewhat Christmas, somewhat Halloween, so that was really cozy to watch. I love watching the Hallmark channel once it gets to like November, December, so that was a really restful and just cozy experience getting my nails done. And then I ran into a few different stores. I will say it's feeling like everyone is ready for Christmas. Most stores are like all in on Christmas. They were all playing Christmas music and like putting up all their Christmas decor, which honestly, like, I'm not gonna be one to complain about because I absolutely love Christmas and decorate very early. So you can count on me as soon as Halloween is over to be jumping straight into the Christmas spirit. And honestly, Thanksgiving to me is kind of a Christmassy holiday anyway, so I'm having to like hold myself back until Halloween and make the most of the autumn, but I'm gonna be ready for the Christmas spirit, so I'm not complaining. But there was not a ton of Halloween stuff out. There was a lot of Thanksgiving stuff out. I went into Pottery Barn, which I absolutely adore going into this Pottery Barn, and of course they had all of their beautiful Thanksgiving tablescapes up, and it's just so pretty in there. Like, I would love for my entire house to be decked out in Pottery Barn. And there's a designer that works at the one here who helped us with the couch that we just bought, which was like our dream couch, and we bought it, and it was such like a special purchase for me and Leslie. And so every time I walk into this Pottery Barn, she's so sweet and like gives me the biggest hug. She's like, I think she's also a military spouse, so she's just a really nice person. But I went in my little dress, and she was like, oh my gosh, the princess is here, my angel. She's so sweet. So anyway, that was really sweet, and I loved looking around at all of their just beautiful pumpkins, and they have so many pretty like ceramic pumpkins and pretty like wax pumpkins, like the one that I bought at Michael's. I bought like a dupe at Michael's, but I mean the ones in Pottery Barn are just so beautiful, so that was really fun to look at. And I did actually pick up a couple of things in Pottery Barn, which I will say, I feel like, I don't know if many people are doing this, but a really good life hack is go to your local Pottery Barn and see what is on sale from their floor display, because they'll have like sales like online and in the store, but they'll also put on sale things that they've used to decorate the store, and those things are normally on like even more of a sale. So I love living close to a Pottery Barn now because you can really get things like so discounted. And I've had my eyes on these two little candle holders at Pottery Barn for a long time now, and I went in and they were on a huge sale because they were used as a display. And so I grabbed two of them. They're just these really pretty ceramic, like they look a little bit vintage, but I love the color. I honestly love the size, and I think they're so pretty. And I got them both for $15, which is such a deal at Pottery Barn. I feel like I would buy candlestick holders like that at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby. So anyway, great price and really fun find. So I'm excited to add those to our tablescape when we get home. I also went into Williams-Sonoma, which is another one of my favorite places to go into, and they were majorly in the holiday spirit. Everything was Thanksgiving and Christmas. They were blasting Christmas music, which again, I'm not really complaining about, but it is a little bit early. But it was fun to look around and see it all, and they have the most beautiful collection this year. I think they did a collaboration with Ina Garden called like Thanksgiving with Ina Garden or something, but they have a whole line, and it just all looks like beautiful vintage Thanksgiving china, like brown and white with turkeys. I mean, it is so stunning. I would love to buy everything in that collection, but it was fun to like peruse it all and look at, and I decided to pick up a little something from the collection because when we go on our trip to DC tomorrow, I'm going to be there with Wesley Friday through Tuesday, and then starting Tuesday night through Thursday, I'm staying with one of my best friends who I met when we lived at Fort Moore, Georgia, and she's my best like military spouse friend and just such a special person to me, and we haven't seen each other since we both moved away from Georgia, and she lives in DC now, so I'm going to take a couple of extra days and have like a little girls time with her, and I'm so excited. So I wanted to get her a little gift just to say thank you for hosting me. So I picked up the little oven mitt and pot holder set from the Ina Garden collection at Williams-Sonoma, and it has this really pretty turkey on it, and same thing with the oven mitt. So it's just such a pretty little set, and again, I could have bought everything in that collection, but I just got her this little gift, and yeah, I think it will be a really fun little hosting gift. So if you're looking for a hosting gift idea for like even Thanksgiving, if you're going to someone's house or staying with someone over the holidays, I think a pot holder set, like an oven mitt and pot holder set, is such a cute gift for the host. And I don't know, it feels like something that I wouldn't typically buy for myself, but that I would love to receive, like a special little thing I could put out for the season. So I picked this up for her. And then I also went into Paper Source because it's right next to Pottery Barn in Williams-Sonoma here, and I also love Paper Source, and they had lots of fun Thanksgiving things out as like gifts for the host, which was a great shop to go into, again, if you're looking for that. And they were also blasting the Christmas music, but they had a great selection, and I always love to go in there for cards. So I picked up this really pretty thanks for hosting card. Yeah, I just think it's so cute. Honestly, this is like my dream kitchen. So I picked that up for her, just a cute little hostess gift, and I'll wrap it when we get home. Since we're flying, I also wanted to get something that would be like not breakable and like easy to pack. Yeah, and then the last place that I went into was Anthropologie, which I just love that store so much, and it's so fun to walk through. They also had out pretty much all of their Christmas decor, and they have a line coming out for Christmas this year that's like all black and white bow themed, and I think it's such a pretty classy take on the bow trend, which I love bows and ribbons, and I will say I've been on that train since before the whole trend last year. Like, y'all have seen me with the ribbons on my lamps. I just always love to decorate like that, and so when I saw they were coming out with that collection, I got really excited, and they had it all out in there, so it's really pretty. And honestly, I feel like it doesn't have to be just for Christmas, but anyway, that was fun to see. And they also have lots of pretty like sweaters and dresses that sort of match the collection with black and white bows on it, and there was this really pretty white cream sweater with black little bows, so that was cute. But yeah, didn't get anything in there, just looked around, and very fun and seasonal. So yeah, that was a really lovely trip, and now I'm going to head home and see Wesley and get ready to go to the trunk or treat event. So let's start heading that way. I decided to replace my wooden candlestick holders with these new ones we got from Pottery Barn today, and I love them so much. I think it just brightens up the tablescape a little bit, and just like is a fun little change. So pretty. Thank y'all so much for following along with me today on this cozy autumn day. I hope that you enjoyed watching and that it gave you a little sense of coziness and autumn spirit. I am really looking forward to our DC vlog that's going to start tomorrow, so make sure to subscribe and follow along so that you don't miss that and all the other fun autumn holiday content that's coming up. But I'm really thankful for y'all watching today's video, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye.